If you missed the first part of today's second date, Alex is on the phone, and Alex wants to call a girl named Madeline. They went to a carnival together, said they had a fun time. He even won her a small little teddy bear after I think he spent over $1,000 on games. He spent a lot of money trying to win her a prize. He finally won her a prize. They actually kissed when they were on the Ferris wheel, and then later when they were leaving and saying goodbye, she just gave him a hug and wouldn't kiss him again. So he's wondering if something happened between the Ferris wheel and her going home. And something I completely forgot to bring up in the first part, Alex, is you also said that she's a big fan of state capitals.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Correct.
Maybe she was just not impressed with your state capital knowledge, and that's why she's not calling back. Like, it's probably Bismarck. Is it North Dakota, South Dakota? Who knows? I think you got Bismarcked is what happened.
You got Bismarck?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It happens to a lot of people.
That's low.
I don't know, man. I think I was doing pretty good on my state capitals. I mean, I even got Mount Pelier, so
Oh, that's a hard one.
Is that even America?
Yeah, it is. It is.
it's Vermont.
Is that a state?
Oh, God.
This is, okay, my head's about to explode. We should just call her.
Yeah.
I really hope this works out for you. I'm actually rooting for you on this one because it sounds like you really felt like this girl was special.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
It must have been something that happened at the carnival. Like, I don't know. I mean, it must have just been some stupid thing that I wasn't even aware of. And I just feel like if we can get on the same page, it'll totally be fine.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can make that happen for you. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Madeline?
Yes, it is.
Hey, what's up, Madeline? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? I know it's a weird name. Have you ever heard this?
Sorry.
It's
No, I don't know it.
It's a radio show.
Oh, a radio show.
Mm-hmm. I'm calling you today, Madeline, because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you.
About me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or why?
Well, because you recently went on a date with them, but now you're not calling them back. So have you been on a lot of dates in the last few weeks?
I've just been on one.
And was that with somebody named Alex?
Yeah.
To the carnival?
How do you know that?
Because Alex is the dude that wants us to call you.
Why?
Because he really liked you. He thought you were really cool and smart and funny and beautiful, and now he's not getting a call back.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I just didn't see the point because I don't think that we have a future together.
from the way he described your date, everything was great.
Yeah, he said that the energy between you two is awesome.
He's a great guy. I just, I'm looking for something that's more long-term, and I just didn't see a future with him.
Well, how can you judge that based off of one date at the carnival?
I don't know. Like, I just know. Like, how long do you need to know somebody before you know if you do or don't want to spend your life with them? I mean,
1 minute.
That's
I can
quick.
tell. It just takes
That
me 1
is
minute.
really
Yeah.
quick.
see?
But I'm a very good judge, just because I don't want to be around anybody for my whole life.
Oh, my God. Was it the kiss? Because he said you guys kissed on the Ferris wheel. Was it a bad kiss?
No, the kiss was fine. It was a little wet, but, it could have been me. Who knows?
So what was it?
Well, I don't know. It's just kind of personal. I don't know if I should say it.
It's personal.
You guys probably won't understand. I just don't feel like I should say it.
Really?
Well, he really wants to know because he liked you a lot.
Well, it's just the same with me. I'm looking for, a long-term relationship. I'm looking for the one. I want to get married. And there's just certain factors that I need from
Okay.
a man.
Is he short, too tall, too ugly? Sometimes I meet people and they're too ugly to date.
Yeah. But maybe
Is
it's
that?
or is it something bigger? Like he doesn't want kids and you want kids, or
No, he definitely wants kids. I asked him. That's kind of the problem.
oh,
The problem is he wants kids and you don't?
I just really want to have a nice, beautiful family and cute kids. And I think that a lot goes into who you pick as a mate in order to, ensure that your children are going to be beautiful babies. And there was this,
so he's gonna produce ugly children. That's what it sounds like to me. You're like his genes are not up to par.
well, that's kind of the problem.
His genetically, he doesn't work for you?
Kind of. There's these things at the carnival where you can actually go into a photo booth and it matches you both together to show what your children would look like.
That's funny.
I know you're laughing, but it's actually fairly accurate. They have them now to where they're like 90% accurate.
Really?
What?
And yeah, and when we did that, Alex and I, it wasn't a good result.
No.
Wait,
come
so
on.
come on, that's like a fake carnival thing. It
Yes.
isn't actually what your kids are gonna look like.
But it's pretty reliable.
No,
The computer effects are very reliable. Think
That-
what you want,
no,
but
it's not.
I believe it's very, very accurate.
I promise. I have 2 babies with a man, and they turned out nothing like we expected them to look like.
But you probably didn't do the computer thing at the carnival either.
No, but I bet that they'd be pretty ugly if we did, and they're beautiful children. Like, you can't base something off of some weird carny game.
I don't want to take that chance with Alex.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so the reason you don't want to go out with them again is because you took a picture at the carnival that meshed both your faces together to show what your kids would possibly look like, and you think the baby was ugly.
Well, I think we both thought it was pretty ugly.
Oh, my God. You can't.
Well, why don't we ask him?
Hold up.
Madeline, because Alex is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What?
Madeline, are you kidding me? That's your legitimate reason for not wanting to go out with me again.
Alex, I had no idea you were on the other line. I'm really sorry for embarrassing you. It's just, that's the truth. And we both agreed.
It's not embarrassing for me. This is embarrassing for you. This is your reason? Those things are garbage. It had some of my stubble on the baby.
Yeah.
You think our baby's going to be born with like 5 o'clock shadow?
Well, no, of course not. But it still gives us some insight of possibly having an ugly baby.
No.
What?
I've done research on this, and like I said, these photo booths are very accurate these days. They're like 90% accurate.
Come on.
10 years ago, it wasn't the same. But now they're very reliable, and there's a good chance that our baby's going to be ugly, and I just don't want to risk it.
That's just putting the horse before the cart. We've only been on one date, and we're already talking about whether or not our baby may or may not be ugly.
I don't feel like wasting time. Like, why start a relationship with somebody where you already know off the bat that there's a good chance your child's going to be ugly? And I want a long-term relationship. I'm looking for a husband. I want to get married.
There's always a chance your baby's going to be ugly.
And Madeline, how could you even say, they're 50% your genes. What if you're the one that's contributing the ugly genes? Then you're always going to have an ugly kid. It doesn't matter. When your baby is born, that thing can be literally look like a fish, and you will think it's the most beautiful thing ever. It's just how nature works. You love your own kids. You're supposed to anyway.
Yeah, not everybody does.
But that's the idea, right, Madeline? And if you're going for just looks, even for your children, I just don't feel like that's very smart.
Well, I just think it's very important to give your baby the best future possible. And I want to have an attractive baby.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
And I hear what you're saying about 50% me. That's true. But let me tell you, my ex-boyfriend and I did the same machine, and we actually had a very cute baby come out in
Yeah.
the photo.
Okay, so it's just how you guys mesh together, and you don't feel like you and Alex would make a good-looking baby because of the carnival picture that you took.
Yes, and it made me realize that sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. So I actually started texting my ex again this week.
Oh my gosh.
And it looks like we're going to hang out and see
Oh my gosh,
if we
Alex.
should try again.
What are you talking about? This is absolute insanity. I cannot believe you are giving a machine, a carnival machine, any sort of validity on how you run your life. I mean, this is just. Am I crazy for thinking this is crazy?
Maybe, yeah, a little bit, Alex. I think
No.
you're being a little bit crazy
No,
about this.
Alex, I am totally on your side right now. This is lunacy.
You can think it's crazy all you want, but I have certain things that I want in my life. I know what I want. And if things go well with my ex, then who knows? I feel like we could really have a better shot of producing a beautiful child than Alex and I.
Okay. Well, sounds like you guys are getting along great. So, Madeline, would you like to go on a second date with Alex? We will pay for it.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh my gosh. Alex, are you disappointed in that?
At this point, not at all.
Alex, I'm sorry if this whole thing hurts your feelings. I mean, you should definitely go back to the carnival and try with other women. You never know, but
Wow.
I have a feeling that all the results are going to be a little negative.
Oh!
All right.
Wow.
Well,
Well, Alex, you're going to have fugly babies. Sorry.
apparently.
Dang, bro.
Okay, yeah, sure, you're right. That's what I'll do. I'll just be lining up women to hopefully find the one time that I can maybe produce a beautiful baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's such a good visual.
the good news, Alex, is you get to spend more time at the carnival, and I think that's a highlight for you. So I'm considering this a successful second date.
Thanks a lot. See you at the carnival.
taking a date to the carnival. It's usually a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, cotton candy, some corn dogs, lots of bright lights. And there's also a 50% chance that if a ride malfunctions while you're on it, you could be on the news.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's cool, too.
Always fun.
Yep, and that's where Alex took the girl that he wants to call today for a second date. Apparently, they went to a carnival. What's up, Alex? How are you?
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
That sounds like a great idea, Alex. Are you a big fan of carnivals?
Who's not? Like, it's playing some games, riding some rides.
Lots of sweaty carnies.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome.
It's the best part.
And just really sweaty people. There's a lot of sweat
Yeah, there
that
is.
happens at carnivals. And how'd you meet your date?
So, Madeline and I, we met on a dating app.
And what'd you like about her?
Well, I thought she was super cute. She has these really nice eyes, and messaging with her, she had like a really good sense of humor, and she's really into state capitals, which is like, super random.
State capitals.
Yeah, like she just mentioned it in her bio, and we were messaging. She was like, no, it's no joke. Like, I'm really good at knowing all the state capitals.
Wow.
And she likes to research why they're the capital in the first place. Yeah, I know.
That is interesting.
Right? Yeah.
Cool.
A couple of capitals have switched. They were one city, then they became a different city.
Exactly. And so, and I always felt like I was pretty good at knowing those in like the fourth grade or whatever.
When you had to.
It was a fun thing to talk about, not the usual sort of like, what do you do? What do you like?
Yeah, that's true. Usually people on dating profiles are like, I love to hike. That's what everybody says. I've never seen anybody like, I just really love state capitals.
Right, exactly. So I was like, this is cool. This is a unique, interesting person.
Right. And so how was it when you guys first met up?
I mean, like one funny thing, she looks like exactly like her pictures on her profile.
Oh, that's funny.
Which was really good, but she was also wearing the exact same outfit.
Oh, that must be her hot outfit then, her sexy outfit.
Yeah, I have that one outfit too, and I'm like, oh my God, I have it on in 3 photos. Dang it.
Right. So, I mean, like I mentioned it, and she was like, yeah, she basically said that. She's like, look, I look really good in this. Like, why would I not wear it?
Why not? Everybody should just have one outfit they wear all the time that is their favorite outfit. Never switch it up.
And it's not a bad idea off a dating app. Like, you know exactly who you're meeting then, right? You're like, oh wait, that's the girl with the blue shirt.
I would rather have that than show up and be like, who are you?
Yeah.
You know?
So how did everything go when you were out there at the carnival? Any weird moments, or was it all good?
Well, so there's this one thing. I wanted to win her a prize, at one of the games. And I thought that would be like romantic and fun. And so I thought they had ring toss. And I've won ring toss a couple times in my carnival going days.
Oh.
So it's like, oh, I got this. This will be a great way to sort of like show off. Like I wanted to win her like a one of those ginormous stuffed animals.
Yeah, every man wants to win a woman that, and no woman wants those.
I know
Like,
women
what
that
do
love
you
it.
what do you do with them?
It's just a trophy so they can
Yeah.
walk around the fair, the
think-
carnival.
Yeah,
and
then
show
you have
Keep
to
it for
drag
the
it
day,
around.
and then you
super
get rid
heavy.
of it. And then you get rid of it later. So did you win the big stuffed animal for her and impress her with your ring toss abilities?
Well, so I started playing, and I was just off my game. I don't know what it was, but I just could not win.
How much money did they
Oh.
suck out of you
Yeah.
as you were losing?
Well, do you want to know the first time or the second time I played?
Oh, they got you
one of those
good.
days.
They got me, yes, 100%. So, like, I'm spending a lot of time and money, and I'm just getting so frustrated because, like, I should be able to do this. It's so easy. Finally, she's like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care. Like, let's just go on some rides. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do it. So we take a break. We go on some rides. We're having fun. And then we're walking back past the ring toss, and I just have to. I have to win.
I know that feeling.
You're like
Anytime
an
I played
addict.
one of those games and I'd lose and then I pass by it again, I'm like, God, if I had just more cash on me right now, I would own you.
Oh, yeah, I definitely went back to the ATM, and I got more cash, and I was like,
No.
I'm doing this. I'm winning. And so finally, I kind of win. I win her like one of those really tiny, small stuffed bears after I'd spent, like $60 more.
Oh my gosh.
So not worth it.
And how long was
Yeah.
she just standing there watching you play ring toss?
I mean, I wasn't keeping count, but I mean, at least a half an hour.
What?
Oh. So maybe you spent too long doing that, and that's why she's not calling you back. She's like,
Yeah.
I might have. It's entirely possible. But but she seemed super grateful for the bear. She was like, "Oh, this is so sweet."
She wasn't just grateful the whole thing was over? God,
I mean,
give the man a prize already.
Right, but I mean, she seemed into it. And then, we ended our night by like going on the Ferris wheel, and we kissed on the Ferris wheel, which was nice. Like, seemed like a good moment.
Yeah. What was that kiss like?
I mean, it was sweet. It was like
No, moisture-wise.
That's actually what I was looking for, a moisture level count.
Sloppy, water.
Well, we were both already really sweaty, so it was pretty moist.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, but then it's after that, Carnival's sort of like shutting down, sort of like leaving and saying goodbye for the evening, and so I go in for another kiss, and then she kind of like averted my kiss and just went for a hug.
Oh.
Which was weird, right? Because we'd already kissed.
Yeah. I mean, usually to me, if you kiss once and then she doesn't want to kiss you again, it means it wasn't very good for her the first time.
I was like, oh, great. I guess I'm not a good kisser. Or, I mean, I don't know. Now I'm just so in my head about it.
Did anything happen in between the Ferris wheel kiss and then you saying goodbye to her that would make you think she wouldn't want to kiss you again?
I mean, we played a couple more games and did another ride, but like nothing out of the ordinary.
Have you heard from her at all since your date?
I texted her, tried calling her, nothing.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Huh.
She was just like so cool and interesting, and I already feel like we have such a great connection, and it seems like such a good starting point. And so I just don't want to lose this one,
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
Right on. Thank you, guys.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today met the guy that she wants to call in a place where I've never even seen people talk.
What?
I've never seen anybody utter a word to each other in this place.
What is it?
So I don't know how they actually met. No, not a library, because people will still whisper and things like that at a library.
And Jubal's been inside a library.
True.
Oh, no. They have free internet access there. Oh. So I've been at a library, trust me, making all kinds of noise. But I have never seen anybody ever speak to each other, even when I'm with somebody, on the shuttle to the airport.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking
Everybody
about?
just
I always
sits
talk to everyone.
Oh, you're the one then. Because I've never seen it. Everybody's kind of sitting there angry, like I just need to get to my terminal. Yes. Why is this driver driving like that? What's the deal? Why do I have to tip him? Anyway, this is stupid. I don't have cash. And everybody's upset. But she actually struck up a conversation, I guess, on an airport shuttle. What's up, Stephanie?
Hi, what's going on?
Not much. How did you meet a dude on the shuttle onto the airport?
I'm just as surprised as all of you are. I was on my way from my car, those little park and ride buses, and this guy gets on at the next stop after me, and he's all like, oh, like, I almost didn't make that one. Like, he's obviously wanting to be conversational.
He wants attention as soon as he gets on. I saw somebody do that the other day.
Just friendly, you guys. Like, he can just be a friendly person who, I don't know, likes life.
I don't think so. He wants attention. So he got on and was talking to everybody or just talking to you?
Well, it was just like me and him, and the driver. Like, I'm not just going to ignore him. So we start talking, and then it turns kind of flirty. I can tell that he's like, oh, and I don't know, the conversation definitely shifted from him worrying about his flight to, a more flirty type of thing.
And were you instantly attracted to him when he walked onto the shuttle bus?
As soon as I kind of turned around, because I heard him talk initially, and I was like, here we go. I wasn't even going to pay him any attention. And then when I kind of turned around, I was like, oh, hey.
Hey, I'll talk to you.
You're like, great, the annoying dude just got on the shuttle. Oh, wow, the annoying dude's kind of attractive. Come over here, sit next to Mama.
Yeah, you can sit right here on my lap.
That's not a very long ride, though, to get from, I almost missed my shuttle to, hey, do you want to go out on a date?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this is what happened. So we're flirting, we're talking, and it was really cute. He was just like, I really want to take you out, but I won't be back for a few weeks, so let's go on a date right now.
Dang, this guy gets down to business.
I was like, wait, what? Now? I don't understand. So he proceeds to open up his briefcase. Inside, he's got these bags of airplane peanuts, those little mini bottles of liquor, and he opens up his phone and
looks for like love song station. I'm just like the entire time dying inside. And
So wait, he meant like right now as in on the shuttle bus, not like when we get to the airport, let's find a bar that we can go to together.
No, like as we're driving, he starts setting up shop like in his lab. And I'm like, oh my gosh, of course. Like normally, like I'm so busy, I never have time to date. And now I'm going to go on a date and it's on a shuttle bus. Like it's ridiculous.
I like it though.
Yeah, did you like it or was it weird? Because I personally, I'd be like, this guy might be an alcoholic. He's got airplane shots on him, and it's the only thing that he eats, little bags of peanuts from the airport.
I mean, honestly, like when he first started taking out, I thought I was going to like die of embarrassment. And then I was kind of just like, you know what, like that's kind of sweet. Like, let's just date right now. And I've got everything we need. Let's go. I was like, okay.
Did it feel planned? Like maybe he has done this before. He comes prepared with all these items when he gets on any shuttle bus?
I mean, he seems like he travels a lot, so, you know, it seemed like, you know, I have leftover peanuts. Like, I mean, it very well could have just been stuff he had left over. I mean, if he would have pulled out, like, a tablecloth and a candle, I was like, all right.
You're like, wait a minute. Why do you have silverware? They're not going to let you through security with that.
And what kind of magician are you? How did you fit all that into your bag?
So how long did your date last then on the shuttle?
It was like pretty short-lived, but it was really cute, and we had a good time. We were just laughing. A lot of it was just us laughing. So we finally get to my terminal, and you know I have to get off, and you know I'm like, oh no, like the most strange but awesome day in America is ending. So we exchanged phone numbers because he said he was going to be gone for a few weeks. And I also was like, you know, like, here's my email. If you want to, like, email me while you're on your trip. And he's like, I'm really looking forward to seeing you when I get back. It's kind of like, I don't know, like, it just seemed like the stuff you see in a movie. I was like, this is not happening. I'm, like, all for it. I'm, like, ready to go.
So you really thought when he was going to get back, he'd give you a call?
Yeah. So I have his phone number, so I called him. I left him a voicemail, just, you know, like, hey, checking in. I had a great time, all that. But never heard back from that. And I also sent him an email to kind of check in because I didn't hear back from the phone call. But nothing. It's just I haven't heard from him, and I've heard you guys do these things before, and I was, you know, hoping that maybe we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. Do you think that he's just not back from his trip yet?
I mean, it's been a little over 2 weeks now, so he should have already come back according to, like, the conversation we had on our shuttle bus date. But if anything, he could have just emailed me back at least to kind of, you know, something. Give me something back.
I mean, if he was into you, he would have at least been like, ah, man, I'm still busy, but as soon as I get back from my trip, you and I will go out on another shuttle bus. Maybe even a city bus next time.
Don't get wild.
All types of public transit dates are in the future.
Can you say that one more time? Sorry, I couldn't hear your phone.
All kinds of public transit dates seem to be in my future. After
Yeah.
You can go on a train.
I don't know how he wouldn't be into you if he did that cute little thing. Like he didn't have to do any of it, you know? Yeah. He's the one that initiated all of this.
I mean, yeah, and you know, even if his trip ran longer or something like that, I mean, I think I would have just expected something, you know, but maybe I'm jumping the gun. I'm not too sure.
Well, let's find out. We'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
No problem. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Stephanie is on the phone, and her first date with a dude included everything. Romantic music, exotic nuts, smooth alcoholic beverages. And did it end with a kiss? No. Unfortunately, it didn't end with a kiss. It ended with some guy going, "We're at the Delta terminal. If you're getting off a Delta flight, get off here. United Terminal is next." And then the two parted ways. That's because Stephanie met the dude that she wants to call today on an airport shuttle. She was going from like her car to the airport, and some guy got on and then sat next to her, and they had a shuttle date. Which is the weirdest date we've ever heard of, but she liked it a lot because she thought it was funny and original. He sat next to her, pulled out like airplane shots of alcohol, opened up his phone and put on an app that had romantic music, and they shared some airport nuts on the way to the terminal, and then the date was over. He said he was going out of town for a few weeks and that he would call her when he was back, but he hasn't called. So we're going to get him on the phone and find out why he's not calling her back.
And if you did jump the gun on this and he was like, well, I was actually going to call her later this afternoon, are you going to be embarrassed?
I mean, at least I'll get an answer. Maybe a little bit. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. You might be able to save it, though, and be like, all right, well, let's talk now, and then go out, you know?
And have another date right when we're on the phone, because that's what you guys do, right?
Yeah, just the impromptu dates will continue forward.
Yeah. I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Jamie.
Yeah, this is Jamie. What's up?
Jamie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Wait, what?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Thanks for listening.
And I'm calling you today because we actually had a listener email us to see if we can get in contact with you. Her name is Stephanie.
I don't know a Stephanie, so you're going to have to help me out here.
I think you probably do know a Stephanie. You met her while taking the shuttle to the airport.
I met her on the airport shuttle?
Yeah.
Wait, you seriously don't remember right now?
Still?
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, you're really going to have to refresh my memory here.
What do you mean I'm going to have to? How would I have to refresh your memory if you met somebody on an airport shuttle? I've never met one person on an airport shuttle.
Yeah, you could say I've met a few people on airport shuttles. So, like I said, you're going to have to help me out here, dude.
You know, the girl that you pulled out the nuts and the alcohol for, you played the romantic music on your phone. You said you'd call her.
So why are you laughing?
Keep
What's so
going.
funny?
You guys got to tell me what she looks like, seriously.
I don't know.
We didn't
I've
know.
never seen a picture of her. She just sent us an email and asked us to call you.
We'd figured that description was probably going to be good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything else specific you can give me here? Because if you don't know what she looks like and I don't know what she looks like, we're going nowhere.
I'll tell you what we know. We know that you met her on the airport shuttle. She was sitting there when you got on. You sat down and flirted with her and had a real quick shuttle date. And she said that you told her you were going to be gone for a few weeks on business, but you'd get in touch with her when you get back. She said she'd called you and emailed you, but has heard nothing.
Wait, so you said she emailed me?
Yeah.
Yes, that's all we know.
Oh, the email girl?
Wait, how is she the email girl?
How's she not the shuttle girl and the email girl?
Well, she was email girl on the shuttle, but wait, she called a radio station to get a hold of me.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
That's hilarious. I mean, it's great. I'm not like complaining, but like, wow, I can't believe she did that.
What?
Okay, so you're excited
so
that she
weird.
did this, but you don't remember her.
Well, like I said, I remember who she is now, just from the emails, but wow, I can't believe it worked.
Hey, wait, if you're excited that she contacted us to talk to you, why didn't you email her back?
I'm more curious why you said I can't believe it worked.
Yeah, what worked?
It's amazing that it worked to the point where she would go this far with it.
Whoa.
So wait, was the whole thing like a shtick that you used to lots of ladies on the shuttle bus?
Well, that day it was, yeah.
That day it was.
Yeah, here's the deal. I mean, I'm not like one that likes to brag about himself, but I don't do too badly when it comes to like meeting ladies and picking up girls and whatever.
Okay.
So I decided why not be a little entrepreneurial about it and write a book about being able to pick up women quickly in unusual places.
So wait, this
Okay,
is that
so-
it was like research for your book?
Well, I can't write a book about being able to pick up women in weird places if I don't actually try to pick up women in these places. So I have to have test subjects, so to speak.
Okay, so you were on the shuttle that day.
Yeah, trying to see how many numbers I can get.
I don't know how I feel about all this.
Whoa.
And did it, I mean, other than this, did it work well?
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, it worked quite a few times. My batting average wasn't bad that day.
Okay, wait though. I get that was your point, but were you actually interested in Stephanie?
I mean, there was nothing wrong with her, per se. I mean, she's nice.
So that's a no.
Well, I mean, I didn't call her back, but I'm still pretty excited that the whole thing worked as well as it did. I mean, she went so far as to email a radio station, so that's pretty good.
Don't you feel like it's a little messed up though?
I mean, I'm not sleeping with them. I'm not, like, taking their money. I'm just giving them time.
Yeah, but you're still leading them on, and it's all a lie.
No, calling her back would have been leading her on. Plus, the information that I'm getting from what I'm doing is going to help so many other dudes out, especially since it worked. So, if I can hold up for a second, what's your name again on the phone?
Jubal, Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Can I have permission from you to put this whole deal in my book? Because this is pretty awesome.
Oh.
The second date update, the fact that she would call a radio station?
Just the whole thing is beautiful.
Yeah, I guess. I don't care. Sure.
Sweet.
If I give you permission to do that, can I have your permission to put her on the phone with you right now? Because she's actually listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Oh, the twists.
Surprise.
Stephanie?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing?
No, but like at a fundamental level, like what's wrong with you?
You didn't think something was that wrong with me, like, I guess, whenever, a couple weeks ago.
I mean, that's when I, didn't have any clue. They were trolling the airport to write a ridiculous book that's going to help no one. Like, what's wrong with you?
Well, actually, I think I just established that it's going to help guys, and,
It's going to help guys pick up women that you'll never speak to again? I'm confused on how this book's going to work.
Well, no, the idea for the other guys that are picking up the women is so that they do speak to them again. So, if anything, you're helping those guys out, too, if you put it in perspective.
So it's a positive thing, Stephanie, that his whole date was just a sham.
There's nothing positive about any of this.
Are you pissed?
It's like a combination of like rage and like speechlessness. So if I'm having like a real bad struggle, like not jumping through the phone and tearing out your eyes.
So it's a yes.
And like also looking for the right words to say.
Look, I'm sorry that you're offended, but you do have to understand that you were part of a much bigger project, and you were a positive part of it. So that's good. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have interacted with you in a way that was fun if I wasn't actually enjoying our conversation. So we can, you can look at it that way.
I just, I honestly just can't believe that I bought the whole thing. It seemed so sincere and impromptu, but you had been running this game up and down the airport all day.
Well, if it makes you feel, I mean, you were probably the nicest person that I talked to.
Oh, that's
You don't
that's
remember
sweet.
that. You're such a liar. You didn't even remember who she was when we called you.
Well, I remember now when you said email.
Yeah, of course you do.
And Stephanie, I mean, I would look at it this way, Stephanie. You already said that you had a great time, and those are kind of things that you can't give back. And, even though I didn't call you back, it doesn't mean that we didn't enjoy a moment together, at least that little shuttle ride that we had,
Dude, he is.
You are good.
He's good, man.
Yeah.
I want to date him.
You got to understand how she feels used and stupid, though.
Well, I mean, feelings weren't really my intention, and my intention wasn't to hurt anybody. My intention was to write a book, and, sometimes you get collateral damage with this kind of subject matter.
You hear that, Stephanie? You just took some shrapnel. That's all. No big deal.
Right in the neck.
Yes.
Jamie, I have to ask this question no matter what. Jamie, would you like to go out on an actual date?
No, do not ask Jamie about another date. Don't. It's not necessary to do that at all.
Oh, man.
Come on, Stephanie, you got to admit, like, after this whole radio deal, the whole thing's kind of funny. So, like, maybe we could just, like, have a drink and laugh about it. You know what I mean? I kind of owe you.
Maybe you can have a drink by yourself, Jamie, while you laugh over writing this book.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you won her over.
Well, it's unfortunate, but, it's now that I'm talking to you and I kind of get a better gauge in your personality or whatever, but I can always go back and ride the shuttle, I guess.
Yeah, back to the shuttle to meet some more ladies.
Always got the shuttle.
Yeah.
The shuttle Casanova.
Hey, Stephanie, I'm sorry you did not get a second date.
Yeah, well, it's probably better that way at this point.
You have a cool story to tell, though.
You know you're going to be buying that book just to see what he actually said about you.
What do you mean buy this book? He's going to give me a free copy.
Yeah. You at least owe her that, Jamie.
Yeah.
Sign.
I think I can make that happen. I know the writer.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I think we talked to the new best-selling author in America.
Really?
And we don't know it exactly yet because the book hasn't been released. But a text in at 78592 says, I'm a woman, and I think the airport shuttle second date update guy is awesome. I think he's a genius, and he's going to sell a ton of books. Somebody else had texted in at 78592. What's his book called? I need to get it. It's a page turner. If you missed today's second date update, Stephanie wanted to call a dude named Jamie. They actually met in the airport shuttle. She got on. He was on the shuttle. They talked for a second. And then he was like, let's have a date right now. I'm a pretty busy guy. And he pulled out like airplane shots and peanuts, and they talked for a little bit, and then they got off the shuttle, and that was it. He said he would call her, but he never called her. And the reason why, he was just doing research that he's doing for a book he's writing about how to meet women in unexpected places.
Wow.
And apparently his date ideas are really good because every woman texting in at 78592 says they love that if that would happen.
That's crazy. Are you kidding me?
Can't wait for his book to come out.
Me too.
Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
I feel really bad for Alex, the guy who's on the phone to do a second date today. I feel really bad for him.
Why?
Because he's never going to be able to listen to this song the same ever again.
I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right.
Do you know that?
Because he was lied to by some hips.
Yeah, they were.
If you missed the first part of today's second date update, we talked to Alex about the girl that he wants to call. He said he was originally attracted to her on the dance floor at the club because her hips would not stop looking at him and moving in his general direction, and he felt so compelled by her hips that he had to talk to her. They danced for a little while. They went back to his place. He said everything was going smoothly except his roommate was home, and he feels like his roommate might have ruined his chances with this girl because she had to leave, and that's the last that he's heard from her. So he got lied to by some hips.
Did you talk to your roommate about that night?
I did, and, nothing came up. Like, it just seemed normal, so I don't know.
Okay, so they didn't take blame for it or apologize?
No, because it seemed like there was nothing to apologize for.
Weird.
Okay, so we'll get her on the phone and find out what went wrong. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Tiffany there?
This is she.
Hey, Tiffany, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm okay. Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay. I don't know it.
First,
Sorry.
I thought maybe you were familiar
I thought so
with
too.
who
Yeah.
I was and who we were, but I guess not.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Is this going to take long?
No, it shouldn't actually. I just kind of have one question to ask you, and then we can let you go about your business.
Okay, if it's quick, that's fine.
Okay. It's about a guy named Alex that you recently went out on a date with.
What?
It's a guy named Alex that you met at the club, and then you went back to his house.
The penguin? Maybe that rings a bell?
Yeah, no, I know who. Yeah. Okay, what?
Okay, so Alex emailed us because he really liked you, but he says that you're not answering any of his phone calls or text messages, so he thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out if something went wrong the night that you guys met.
Yeah, it was a really weird night. Yeah.
Why? It sounded, his description of it made it sound pretty normal.
You mean you actually spoke with him?
Yeah, he told us all about your date. Well, I guess it's not really like a date, but he told us all about the night that you guys met.
Okay.
Everything he said was nice. He said that you guys seemed to have a good connection. You laughed a lot, and then you went back to his place, and then you left, and that's the last that he's heard from you.
Yeah. It's so weird. Okay, I thought he was really sweet. I just was, I don't know. After the club, I was kind of shocked with everything else that happened.
With everything else that happened. What he told us, it sounded pretty tame.
What, he told you about his roommate, right?
Yeah, he said that the roommate was there, and he feels like that killed the vibe. Yeah, it ruined everything. Yeah.
Why is this? That shouldn't be that big of a deal, right?
No, it was actually one of the most uncomfortable things the most uncomfortable situation I've ever been in.
Why?
Why?
everything was fine. Well, first of all, I didn't know he had a roommate, but like, whatever, like a lot of people do. So when we started to go there, he told me his roommate shouldn't be home, but then she was.
Okay, so it was a female.
Yeah, female, but it wasn't, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't tell you this. Okay. It was his ex-wife.
Wait, what?
Oh!
His roommate is his ex-wife? Is that what you just said to us?
Yeah.
He lives with his ex-wife. He didn't tell us that at all. He just said my roommate.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said to me too, is his roommate. And then she came into the room, was like talking or whatever. He goes to get us a beer, and she was like looking at me weird. I don't know. And that's when I asked her, like, how long have you guys been roommates? How long have you known him? And that's when she was like, yeah, we were married for 2 years, and now we've been divorced for 3 months.
Oh my
And
God.
they've only been divorced for 3 months?
3 months.
I mean,
Wow.
I kind of get it. Like, you're living with somebody, you get divorced, it's hard to move out. But why the hell are you bringing women back to your place if you're still living with your ex-wife?
Exactly.
It's because she said she wasn't going to be there, and then she was.
Oh.
Hey, Tiffany, I should let you know that Alex is on the phone.
Are you kidding me right now?
No.
Hi, Tiffany. I'm so sorry that this happened. It's like a total misunderstanding.
I don't think so.
I think it's very understandable.
How is it a misunderstanding that it's your ex-wife?
I feel like that's pretty easy to understand.
Yeah, kind of cut and dry.
Yeah, we have an agreement, you know? It's not a big deal. Like, she's totally more of a roommate than an ex at this point, you know? It's been a while.
3 months.
3 months.
It's been all 3 months that you've been divorced.
Well, yeah, we got divorced just 3 months ago, but the marriage was over way before that.
Oh.
Well, maybe you should have told us that your roommate was your ex-wife. We might have known
We wouldn't even
What the
problem was.
I think it's the fact that it was a female is what the major problem was.
No, I mean,
No.
maybe, but no.
No, that is not the issue. The issue is that you are living with your ex-wife and you're inviting other females to come over, and that is not okay.
I understand where you're coming from, but her and I have an agreement, and we'll text each other when we're coming home, and we'll clear out, and that's just the way it's supposed to be.
Like a normal roommate.
So wait,
Yeah, sort of.
it obviously didn't work very well if she hung around and then told your lady friend that you brought over that you guys were married at one point.
Exactly.
She never should have said that in the first place. It's against the rules of our agreement.
So she broke the rules, and that's why you got screwed out of this date.
Her fault.
Can I say one other thing?
Sure.
When he was going to get the beer and I was like left in the room with her, I heard him whisper to her, now that I understand the circumstances, he whispered to her, hey, you have to sleep on the couch tonight. And I did not understand what that meant. Well, obviously now I do.
Sleep together.
Are you kidding me? You guys are still sharing a bed?
It's a one-bedroom.
Oh.
We bought the place a long time ago, and we're just, we're kind of stuck with it for a little while. It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's a huge deal.
Well, we do sleep in the same bed, but we have a body pillow that we put between us.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's all good.
It's like a bumper.
Exactly. I've never done anything with anybody I've been in a bed with if there's a body pillow between us. Completely blocks it.
It does work. It works.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
great.
Tiffany, what are you worried about? He's got a body pillow between his ex-wife, who is his roommate now. Would you like to go on a second date with him?
Yeah.
We will pay for it.
No, I don't think so. No,
Why?
no way.
That's so shocking that you don't want to go out with somebody that sleeps with their ex-wife every night.
Right? It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. You have too high of standards, Tiffany.
Well, it's your loss because, nowadays life is complicated and people are stuck in different homes, like after the recession. It's just the way it is.
Recession.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Tiffany,
That's
look.
the way it is.
Tiffany, if you want to be successful in the dating world, you're going to learn that you're going to have to date men who are living with their wives. Current or ex. Normally going into these phone calls, I have a little bit of information. But today, I don't know anything.
What?
I know nothing about the guy on the phone that wants to do a second date today.
Then why are we talking to him?
He sent us an email that said, I need to do a second date really bad. Please call me. So I figured, let's call him.
What?
All I know is he wants to do a second date. He knows how to use an email account. His name is Alex.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that the girl he wants to call isn't calling him back, but who knows? Alex, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
Alex,
What's with the vague email, man?
I don't know. I didn't know what else to say. It's just that I wanted to do a second date.
Well, you could have given us a little background information on the date itself and what happened and why you want to call this girl.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
Tell us her name.
Her name's Tiffany.
Tiffany. Okay. Tell us how you met Tiffany.
I met her at the club.
All right. Did you approach her? She approach you? How'd you guys
I approached her, yeah.
Okay.
And is this a move you make often at the club?
No, actually, usually when I see a girl at the club, I can't get up the nerve to talk to her, and I go home lonely.
Wow, that's a sad, truthful statement, sir.
I love the honesty, Alex. All right. So,
Not good.
So what made this time different? What made you finally go, you know what? For once in my life, I'm not going to go home lonely.
I want to be happy.
Well, I saw her dancing across the dance floor with her friends, and she was moving her hips in this great way and smiling and was just so joyful. Nice. And her hips were just like all over the place. I was like, I got to get in on some of that.
All right. So apparently, Alex, we know what you are motivated by.
It's not
hips.
joy.
You like hips.
He's a hip guy.
I do, but it didn't hurt that I think she was looking at me, too.
Okay, so you felt like you had some confidence, like she had already given you maybe the okay.
Yeah, and her friends were looking over. It seemed like they were talking about me. I felt like I was getting all the right signals.
Okay, nice. Maybe it's because you were staring at her hips the whole time, and she's like, hey, this guy won't stop looking at my hips.
Well, I wasn't the only one. She was really drawing some attention.
Okay. So you went over and talked to her, and you said, hey, lady, I see your hips winking at me. I wink back. What's up?
I wasn't that smooth, actually, but
That smooth?
We call that smooth.
What did you say then?
I just went over and started dancing with her. I brought out all my goofiest moves, like the penguin and the cowboy and stuff.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's awesome.
You make her laugh.
It
right?
is so much better than going up and trying to grind on her hips. Okay.
Yeah, she laughed. So make a girl laugh. That's it, right?
Yeah. Okay. So she thought it was funny that you were dancing like that. And did your date end there at the club, or did you guys actually go out on a real date?
Well, towards the end of the night, things were going well, so I just leaned in and whispered in her, do you want to see the real penguin back at my place? And she gave me the nod.
Wait, she said yes. She didn't pour a drink on you.
Yeah, she was laughing quite a bit, so I think she said yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess the ultimate proof, if she said yes, did she go back to your place?
She did.
And how did the real penguin perform?
It started out pretty good. We'd get back. My roommate was home, which was totally unexpected. And I don't have the biggest place in the world, so, it's kind of in your face if somebody's around. But I just, offered her a drink, and we're sitting there hanging out talking, and, she gets like halfway through it and says, why don't we just try this another time?
Whoa.
It was that awkward?
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you not friends with your roommate?
No, we're close, but, I'm trying to progress things with the lady, and the roommate's in the way, if you know what I mean.
Like physically in the way? Like sitting between you two? Or just his mere presence was upsetting to her?
Just the mere presence, I think.
All right.
I do see him sitting next to you, rubbing your leg.
In between both of them.
So she said, let's try this another time.
Yeah.
And have you tried to text her and call her and see if maybe you could make another time happen?
Yeah, I have. And I texted her, like, do you want to see the penguin again? And, like...
Dude, you won't let the penguin die, will you?
I love it.
Yeah, I felt like I was being really cute and fun and haven't heard anything, so I don't know.
And you're sure it's the roommate's fault that ruined your mojo? It wasn't something that you said? Because you sound adorable, but maybe not so smooth all the time.
Yeah, everything was fine, and the conversation was good. The only thing that changed things was my roommate.
Okay. And are you still living with this roommate?
Yeah.
Because I would have moved out right after.
Yeah, I've thought about it. It's kind of a deal breaker.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date, all right?
Okay.
All right, man. Hang on.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I don't even think the guy that's on the phone to do a second date update today should even want to get a hold of this girl that he wants us to call.
Why?
Well, his email said that she turned down free pizza. And anybody who turns down free pizza, in my opinion, is a communist.
Whoa!
That's right. Not even worth your time at all. Daryl, are you sure you still want to call this girl?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
sure.
You realize she turned down delicious pizza, right?
I do realize that.
Sounds like you want to kick her out of the country as
Damn
well.
it, Daryl, I hate her so much. Tell us her name, first of all. What is her name?
Monica.
And how did you meet Monica?
We actually met on Tinder,
Oh.
Nice.
and I thought she was really cute, and we were chatting back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought everything was going great, and so I asked her out to dinner.
And you guys went to dinner? Did you go to pizza?
No.
Oh.
No.
Sorry. Didn't mean to bring up that sore subject again.
Jesus.
It's okay. We actually ended up going to a bar because she said that she already had eaten, and she suggested, why don't we just get some drinks? So that's what we did. We went to a bar, we grabbed some drinks.
I always think it's smarter to go straight to drinks on a first date. It's not as involved.
You loosen up. Right
Yeah,
away.
you loosen up, and you can bail after one drink if it turns out the whole situation's bad.
Yeah, that's true. The only issue was that I hadn't eaten anything,
So you got super hammered?
Oh, no.
but it was going so well, though. We were telling stories, but then I realized I was getting really tipsy, and I kind of got a little drunk, and I have no idea how I was coming off. So I'm thinking I got to get some food in me. So I suggested, well, why don't we come back to my place? We can just get a pizza and hang out some more there. And
That's what she dropped the hammer on you, huh?
right, yeah, she said no.
Turn down free pizza at your place. I am so fired up about this, Daryl. Do you think that she turned down the offer for free pizza because it was at your place?
Yeah.
And you didn't say, let's go to a place where they have pizza at a restaurant?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I'm hoping she didn't get the wrong message, but I mean, she helped me flag down a cab.
Well, that was nice.
Were you that drunk?
Well, I couldn't drive.
Yeah, but for her to help you flag down a cab, sounds like you were falling down and she had to drag you out there and help you get in a car.
Well, no, not exactly. It was. I was conscious, but I just.
Were you able to walk straight, Daryl?
I think so.
If we were to ask your friends, would they say you have a really bad history with drunk behavior? Do you get ridiculous? Do you take your pants off in public like Jubal?
No, nothing like that. I had no food in me at all. So.
How much of the date do you remember? I mean, do you remember all of your conversations? Because you say you don't know how you came off.
Earlier on, I remember everything, and just I'm remembering pieces of it. I remember flagging down the cab and everything. And I remember when she said no to the pizza.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Who would forget that?
Daryl, was there a chemistry, were things really honestly going really well before you got wasted that you remember?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Things were going really well. We were connecting, and she loved my stories, everything we're talking back and forth.
When I'm drunk, I think I'm telling great stories
Yeah,
there, too.
me too. I had a drunk guy the other night at a comedy show tell me the same story 3 times in a row.
He was like, I'm killing it.
Yeah, and he thought he was doing a great job. Well, obviously you've tried to get a hold of her to go out again. Has she responded at all?
Well, I texted her that night saying sorry for being so tipsy and thanking her. And she actually texted me right back. She, LOL'd and says no problem.
Okay.
But since then, I haven't been able to get a hold of her at all.
You haven't heard anything from her?
Really?
No.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, see if we can get this pizza-hating Nazi on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Daryl is on the phone with us right now. He wants us to call a girl named Monica today. Daryl admittedly got a little too drunk on his first date with Monica. The only thing he really remembers is them having good conversation while they were out having drinks, and then him inviting her back to his place to have some pizza because he hadn't had anything to eat yet, and her saying no and then helping him get into a cab. Daryl, I'm actually really excited for your second date update because it's kind of like Christmas morning for me. It's kind of like unwrapping a present to see what the hell you did when you were drunk. Every time after a night of drinking, you always wonder what exactly happened. Even if you remember everything going right, you're still like, I don't know, though. Something could have gone wrong, and you don't know until you actually talk to the person who was around you sober, and they can tell you if you did something weird.
It's like a fun case of amnesia.
Yeah, are you ready to find out if you did something wrong?
I am, yeah.
Do you think that there's a possibility you could have, or do you think maybe she just couldn't be turned off by the fact that you got so drunk on your first date?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd like to just ask her if we could go on like a legit date and get some dinner and present myself as I truly am.
Before we make this phone call, do you need to take a shot of something to get your courage up?
No, I'm not going to do that.
All right, I'll call it right now. Here we go, man.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Monica, please?
Speaking.
Monica, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay, how can I help you?
Do you know who this is?
Some type of a business? I guess, I don't know.
Yes, it is, sort of. It's Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5 radio show.
Okay.
I'm calling you, Monica, because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners.
Okay.
And he emailed our show asking if we could get you on the phone to find out why you won't call him back for a second date.
Who are we talking about?
His name is Daryl.
God.
He says that you guys went out and had a few drinks together. He maybe had more than a few drinks. And the last thing he remembers is you helping him get into a cab.
Well, okay, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay. And he says that he's been trying to get a hold of you because he'd love to see you again, but you have not been returning any of his texts or phone calls. That's why we're calling you. We're asking if he did something wrong on the date and you don't want to see him again.
Well, yeah, honestly, guys, I really don't have time to talk about, like, the worst dates of my life.
Whoa, wow, the worst date of your life. Can you just give us a little bit of information?
I mean, he said some stuff that I just can't get out of my mind, and that just let me know he's not for me.
Monica, do you have a few minutes to just tell us what he said so that we can tell him not to ever do that again to another female?
Yeah.
Okay. We were having drinks. We were bantering back and forth. We were telling stories about, our worst dates and things like that on Tinder. And it kind of turned into like a one-up thing, So I would say something and tell him about the guy that, tried to grope my butt. And then he would say something. And then I would go back. And I said one thing, and he told me something that is just disgusting. He told me that he had chlamydia.
What?
How did he get to chlamydia?
He told you like he currently has chlamydia?
Oh. And not only that, he said he's had it like 3 times.
Oh!
Wow.
Like, was it like a confession, or was it like he's trying...
3 different times.
Oh, no!
How did that come up? Did he just spit it out like that?
It was really weird. I think the alcohol had him, being a little bit more honest than he wanted to. So, he was telling me, and I told my story, and then he said, since he's been on Tinder, he's gotten chlamydia 3 times.
Oh, wow. All right, Monica.
That's awful.
Hey, completely understandable why you aren't calling him back and maybe don't want to see him again.
Can't get out of that one.
Yeah, once you tell somebody you have an STD on a first date, usually it doesn't end up very well.
Unless they've got it too. Really.
No wonder she said no to going home to pizza.
Yeah.
It was really weird because, I said, like, who still has sex without condoms, like in today's day? Who does that? And he said that he got a vasectomy so he could have sex and it would feel better. So he would rather have a disease than have kids.
And he also opened up to you that he had a vasectomy.
Oh, wow.
Monica, if you could say one thing to Daryl to help him date better, what would it be?
First, don't lead with that you've had chlamydia 3 times. Like, that's not okay on the first date. And then secondly, just slow your roll. Like, calm down.
Monica, you kind of already just told him that because Daryl is actually on the phone listening.
Listen, I don't remember saying that to you, okay? I just want to move forward with this, and, whatever happens in our past is in the past.
Whoa. Slow down. We are moving forward. As soon as I put you in the cab, you move forward from my life.
Just pretend I didn't say that, and I just want to move forward. I don't care what happens in your past. You don't have to tell me everything. I didn't mean to. I don't remember.
Are you serious? Are you out of your mind? Are you really trying to have a future with me when you've already admitted to having chlamydia 3 times?
All I'm saying is there's more to me than you know.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to have a legit date.
Like other STDs?
Oh my gosh, Daryl.
I'm so sorry that you think that this is going to go any further. I have to be completely honest with you. You're the reason I'm off Tinder to begin with. So I'm over it.
You dropped Tinder after this date?
I'm completely done with it. Like, he was the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. He was like the stamp that closed everything up for me.
Daryl, why would you be so open about that?
I had an empty stomach.
That's not an excuse, Daryl.
Yeah, that stomach is ruining your life, man. It's making you get drunk on first dates. It's making you get chlamydia, all kinds of stuff. Monica, would you like to go out on a second date with Daryl? We will pay for
I think that I am very secure in my answer in saying hell no.
Yeah.
All right. Daryl, there you go, man. That's your answer. I'm sorry. No second date for you.
Yeah, all right.
Daryl, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, I mean, I know you're not technically okay, but I mean, mentally, are you all right?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll survive.
Are you gonna?
Thanks, guys.
I mean, you realize that telling somebody that you have an STD on a first date could be a turnoff, right?
Yeah.
You sound kind of shocked still.
I realize that, but at least I don't have herpes.
Good point. You got something that can go away with some penicillin or whatever. You know what? I think we can all say that today.
Yeah.
At least we don't have herpes.
Sold out perspective.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Brooke and Jubal's awkward Tuesday phone call.
There are different levels of friends that you have. There are some friends that you would do anything for. Like you'd give them a kidney if they needed it.
Yeah.
And then there are some that you'd make the ultimate sacrifice for and give them a ride to the airport or pick them up from the airport. That's how I judge friendship. I know who my close friends are because those are the people that will give me a ride or pick me up from the airport.
I like how you're not giving the ride.
No. I don't give anybody a ride. And Michelle, who's on the phone today to do an awkward Tuesday phone call, has a friend that she was supposed to take to the airport but couldn't do it.
Okay.
And now she needs to call her friend and explain something to her. How you doing, Michelle?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Thank you for your email, and thank you for agreeing to do the awkward Tuesday phone call today.
No problem.
All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your email?
Okay. So a few days ago, I was supposed to drive my friend Kelly to the airport, and she had a big job interview in Atlanta, so she was going to be flying out, and I didn't make it.
Is she like your best friend?
She's one of my best friends. She's like a really good, we've known each other for a long time. She's someone I really, really like being friends with.
Okay. And when you say you didn't make it, like you called and you canceled on her, or you just never showed up?
I wasn't able to get to her in time. Like, she actually ended up missing her plane.
And so did she miss out on the job interview altogether?
Yeah, she missed out on all of that. I felt horrible. I mean, she had some, like, missed calls and stuff, but I didn't get any of them.
So she couldn't get to the airport, missed her flight, I'm assuming, and missed her job interview.
Yeah.
I bet you felt pretty bad about that.
Oh, I felt horrible. I still feel horrible. I feel the worst because I lied and made up an excuse to her.
Oh, you didn't tell her the truth of why you didn't show up?
No, I just panicked. I just told her that my grandmother passed.
What?
Yeah.
And is Grandma still alive and kicking?
Yeah, she's still fine.
So you actually told her that your grandma died and you couldn't pick her up because of that?
Yes. When I told her, she understood. I mean, she's a really good friend, But
yeah, your grandma's dead. I mean, she's not going to be like,
Really?
I mean, but that wasn't the truth. I mean, the truth was oh my gosh, I went out drinking the night before and got totally wasted and spent the night with some guy I met.
Oh my God.
So you hooked up with a random dude that you met that night, and that's the reason that you couldn't pick her up, and she missed her flight and then missed her job interview.
I didn't mean to. I just had more fun than I was expecting to have, and I slept through all of her calls and texts. I didn't even get them until later.
You're like the worst friend ever.
I know. I feel terrible. That's the big reason I want to do the Awkward Tuesday phone call is because I feel like I need to get clean.
So you want to tell her that you lied about your grandma dying.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And then tell her the truth about why you couldn't take her to the airport.
Yes.
What do you think she's going to do when you tell her that?
I don't know. I hope that she's kind of cooled down from the incident so she's not as upset. And I hope she just understands. I hope she's not mad.
And why do you want to do this in an Awkward Tuesday phone call?
I just have no idea how to even go about this. It's kind of a big deal. And I don't want to lose one of my best friends just because I made a mistake.
Let me ask you this. How old is your grandma now?
82.
82. Any chance that she could kick the bucket like in the next week or so?
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Because if you just let that happen naturally, it kind of works itself out, and then you don't have to tell her the truth.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. I'd be so upset if I was in your situation because I honestly feel like if I lost my best friend, it is possibly worse than me divorcing my husband. Like, that's how tight we are,
Oh, no. Maybe I should just make up another lie. Because I really don't want to have to tell her I got hammered and just hooked up with a guy.
Yeah, that's what I think. Just keep coming up with different lies. It always works out like
That's how
that.
Jubal lives his life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll give you some advice. I mean, that's the deal, is you want our advice, we'll give you advice, and then you make the phone call. This is going to be a tough one, though.
Yeah.
If she had just missed her flight and she was going on vacation or something and got another flight, that's a different story. But she missed a job interview because of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ruined your friend's life. You know that, right?
Oh, man.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, give you some advice, have you call her and make your Awkward Tuesday phone call, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
It's awkward. It's Tuesday. It's Brooke and Jubal's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
You know how it works. If you have a problem and you need our advice, email us, brookandjubal@moving925.com. We will give you our advice as long as you make an awkward phone call in exchange. Michelle is on the phone today, and she needs to call her friend Kelly and come clean about a lie. She was supposed to take her friend to the airport, but didn't show up. Her friend missed her flight and missed a job interview that she was flying in for. Michelle told her friend that she missed it because her grandma died. Her grandma didn't die. Michelle missed the flight because she was out partying, hooked up with a dude, woke up in his bed to a bunch of missed calls and text messages from her friend. I was like, oh, crap. I didn't take her to the airport. So now she needs to call her friend and tell her the truth. Michelle, are you ready to make your Awkward Tuesday phone call?
I'm ready.
All right. And Michelle, you know what? I want to do something for you that I've never done, and I'm going to help you out a lot here. I'm going to call as your dead grandma's husband.
No.
Your grandpa.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And just... Hi, I miss my wife so much. Thank you very much for being understanding about Michelle not being able to take you to the airport. I'll do whatever you got to do. I'll come over dressed up as him, anything to help your lie out. What do you think about that?
I don't think that's a great idea.
No? Okay.
Thank God.
Okay, well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now and let you make your Awkward Tuesday phone call.
Okay.
And don't lie anymore. Just be honest. I mean, if my best friend said, listen, this is what really happened, I need your forgiveness, I would eventually get there, especially if the guy you hooked up with was really, really hot.
He was.
Okay, I mean, it's got to be worth your time, right?
Okay, here we go.
Hello? Hey, Kelly?
Michelle?
Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm doing okay, but how are you doing with everything?
I'm okay. I'm really sorry again about not being able to take you to the airport and, you're missing a job interview. I feel really, really badly about that.
Do not feel bad at all. I mean, your grandmother passed away. Like, that takes precedence over everything.
So, yeah, about that, there's something I do have to tell you.
Okay.
I don't want you to be mad when I tell you this. I mean, you're a really good friend. I really, really love you. I really value our friendship, and I just don't want you to be upset.
Okay, just what? What? Just tell me.
Okay, so my grandma's actually still alive. She's not dead.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I wasn't being honest with you.
Is she, like, sick, or what's happening?
No, she's fine.
Okay, I'm so confused. What the hell is going on?
Well, I told you I couldn't take you to the airport because my grandma died, but actually something else happened, and I really freaked out.
What happened?
Okay.
Michelle?
I went out the night before and got really, really wasted and went home with some guy. I'm sorry, I panicked. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I slept through the whole thing. Like, I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. I didn't mean to.
You told me that your grandma died and you got drunk and hooked up with a guy and slept through taking me to the airport, and because of that I missed my job interview? Are you kidding?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to. Like, I'm really sorry. I just panicked. I didn't mean to lie or anything.
Okay, you know what? I can't believe that you would do that to me. I can't believe that.
I only meant to go for like 1 or 2 hours, but then the next thing I know, this guy came up to me and he was just really, really hot. We started talking. I had a lot of Fireball that night, and then I just decided to stay a little bit longer, and I just forgot to plug in my phone. I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I really didn't.
Unbelievable.
I'm really sorry.
Wow. I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it was a Thursday night. Like, where else would you be, you know? You were at a bar hooking up with random guys. That's what you do.
Oh, nah. That's unfair. I get that you're mad and everything like that, but, like, are you kidding me? I don't hook up with random guys every night of the week.
Well,
I mean,
it's a problem if it's, like, affecting your friendships and, you know, your responsibilities.
Okay. I'll admit I like to go out. I like to have fun, but I think it's, like, really mean for you to, like, bring up all of that stuff about me.
What's really mean is saying that your grandma died when she didn't. That's really mean.
I panicked. I didn't know what else to say. I knew that if I would have just, like, said that I made a mistake, you would be really angry at me.
Well, yeah, and now you're saying it later, and now I'm twice as angry as I would have been in the beginning, so that was
But I tried to do this nice thing and come clean to you because you're a really good friend of mine, and I made a mistake. I'm sorry, I'm a human being. I didn't mean to do anything bad. And then you're just making me feel like for it.
Great. Well, you know what? I didn't get a job interview, but you got laid, so congratulations.
Awkward.
What is that?
Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
Who are you?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. Nice to meet you.
Michelle, what the hell is going on?
I didn't know how else to talk to you about this because I knew you were going to be upset, so I called in for advice to help.
Well, obviously they didn't help very much.
That is true.
That's a good point.
We didn't help at all. Kelly, Michelle feels really bad.
Yeah.
One, that she made up a lie about her grandma dying, and for not taking you to the airport and you missing your job interview. I don't know if she feels bad about hooking up with that guy. Who knows? I wasn't there.
Well, she should feel bad. She ruined my job interview, and, you know...
I'm really sorry about everything I did, but you said, like, really mean stuff about me just a little while ago. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm not...
I know. I took it a little too far, okay, but I was mad. I mean, you do go out a lot, but I definitely took it too far.
Yeah, you did. But I'm still really sorry about your job.
To be honest, I didn't really even want the job, but I did want to use it for leverage at my current job to try to get more money.
Yeah.
So she didn't screw you out of a job necessarily. She screwed you out of a raise.
Yeah. And you know what? It was a good opportunity. Like, you know, she was totally irresponsible. Like, that's really crappy of her.
I totally get that, but does she have a history of this in your friendship? Because it sounds like she really is remorseful, and we've all made some really dumb mistakes.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
So Michelle's not the most dependable friend.
Sometimes, like, she's dependable if I want to go, like, grab a friend to go to the bar and take shots with. Yeah. But, like,
She's there on time.
Well, Kelly, you need those kind of friends in your life. Just don't ask those kind of friends to give you a ride to the airport.
I guess that's the lesson learned, guys.
Yeah, you should have known I wouldn't be able to take care of that.
I have a feeling that you've probably missed a lot of flights yourself.
Yeah.
So there you go, Kelly. I mean, ultimately, if you didn't want the job, don't lose a friendship over it. Just know that Michelle is your flaky friend who you can't ask to take you places.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Like, I should have known not to ask her, but she'll be my drinking buddy from now on and not my reliable ride to the airport anymore.
Well, so you're not mad at me?
I'm still a little mad, but we're still friends. I just know that I can't count on you, so we're good.
It's a great friendship.
Do you want to go drinking tonight? No. You can count on me for that.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I have a friend that does the exact same thing, and I know I can't count on them for anything. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's Awkward Tuesday phone call. If you missed it, Michelle was supposed to take her friend Kelly to the airport but didn't show up. And Kelly, who wanted to make an Awkward Tuesday phone call, ended up missing her flight and couldn't make a job interview that she was flying out for.
Yeah.
And her friend originally lied and said that her grandma had died. But the truth is, she ended up drunkenly spending the night with a random dude, woke up too late, and couldn't take her friend to the airport. So she wanted to come clean and tell her friend what really happened. And when her friend heard the truth, she said, guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's just kind of how you roll.
I mean, it's kind of true.
It hurts more, like, ouch, man.
Yeah.
Right? But they're your friend for a reason. You know who they are.
Yeah, eventually she forgave her and said from now on she knows that she can't ask Michelle for anything. Yeah. Other than just to have a good time, probably. Okay. So the friendship was saved. Remember, if you want to make an Awkward Tuesday phone call, just email us. We'll help you with your situation as long as you make a very awkward phone call in exchange.
Moving 92.5 Slate.